Liverpool is known for its intensity, relentless pressing and dynamic attacking football, but what happens when you combine that DNA with a tactician like Arne Slot? Slot, who earned a reputation for his modern, high-tempo philosophy at Feyenoord and AZ Alkmaar, is injecting something dangerous into this Liverpool side. His tactical blueprint adds layers of complexity to an already world-class squad, and it's turning them to a terrifying proposition for any opponent. In today's video, we're diving deep into Arne Slot's tactical principles and how they're transforming Liverpool's style of play. From his ruthless pressing system to the fluidity in attacking transitions, we'll explore the key elements that make his tactics not just effective, but deadly. Hello everyone, and welcome to Football Decifer, a channel here on YouTube where we cover team analysis and tactics from many teams in world football. And for the first video on the channel, we are going to start with one of the most exciting tactical shifts in the whole of Europe. Arne Slots Liverpool, and it's actually the team I support in real life. So let's not waste any further time and get straight into this tactical analysis. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the tactics put on display by Arne Slot in Liverpool's 2-0 win over Ipswich Town. Now on paper to start the game, Liverpool line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation with two double pivots of Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch. This is the formation that Arne Slot liked to use at both Feyenoord and AZ Alkmaar, as it allows for a lot of central dominance through the use of fullbacks and wingers and has fantastic cover against counter-attacks. However, the way that Arne Slot is looking to use this formation slightly differs to the way he used it previously and how Jurgen Klopp used his 4-3-3. Firstly, in his build-up at Feyenoord, Arne Slot liked to use his fullbacks in a very unique way. He would tell his fullbacks to sit in the middle of the position of an inverted wing-back and a regular wing-back, which you can see on screen here with both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson. Slot liked to do this as it would give his team a lot of options when building up attacks. Both the centre-backs and goalkeeper can easily look for a pass between the lines to the wingers, and if teams stepped up to press the double pivot, it would leave a lot of space for the attacking midfielder who could be found from either a goalkeeper or a centre-back. Both the fullbacks and defensive midfielders also allow for third man passing combinations, which can easily open up a lot of space when attacking and break the first line of pressure. This makes any Arne Slot team very unpredictable when building up, which makes it very hard for the opposing team to know who to mark when pressing. However, at Liverpool, Slot is looking to use his fullbacks a bit differently. Against Ipswich, we could see that both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson were both quite wide when building up, which meant that Liverpool mainly built up in a 3-4-3-1 formation, which allowed them to always have a numerical advantage over the first line of the Ipswich press, and an easy passing option to the centre of the pitch, which is where Liverpool looked to build most of their attacks. In the second period of the match, Liverpool decided to push Robertson a lot higher and wider up the pitch, which allowed Luis Diaz to come to the centre of the pitch to provide numerical superiority over the Ipswich midfield, and when doing this, Trent Alexander-Arnold drifted into the centre to become a pivot alongside either Gravenberch, Szoboszlai or McAllister, and whichever one of these players wasn't in this pivot will be playing as number 10 just behind Diogo Jota. This proves that Arne Slot is heavily emphasising central dominance when building up, whatever position his players are in, which could make Liverpool a very exciting team to watch. This heavily differs from Jurgen Klopp's style of play, as he liked to move the ball out to the wide areas of the pitch quickly and precisely to create quick and sharp attacks, and would mainly focus on balls in behind and switches from one side of the pitch to the other, which Arne Slot heavily lies away from, so this immediately differs from what the Reds are so used to. Now that we have singled out a few differences from the build-up of Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot, let's move on to what makes Liverpool so dangerous when going forward. After progressing the ball past the Ipswich lines of pressure, Liverpool wanted to create as many overloads as possible against the Ipswich defence, and also wanted to be in a good position to counter-press the ball to prevent counter-attacks. When in the Ipswich half, Liverpool looked to use 7 players in attack, 3 number 10s, 2 strikers and 2 fullbacks, which meant that they left a singular pivot and 2 centre-backs as cover to defend counters. Most of these central positions will be interchanged with the midfielders, which once again makes Liverpool very unpredictable, while creating a huge overload against the Ipswich back 5. First of all, to understand Liverpool's attacking system, let's look at their first goal in the match. Liverpool restarted the play with a goal kick from Alisson, who passed the ball to one of the centre-backs, Ibrahim Konate, who was being pressed by an Ipswich forward. This left a gap for Ryan Gravenberch to receive the pass onto his back foot, which he is very good at, to drive the ball forward and pass to Mo Salah, who had the support of Trent to lay the ball off due to the width of the fullbacks. Salah then made a run in behind which Trent found perfectly with a nice through ball to then square Jota for an easy goal. This is one of the ways Liverpool look to attack the goal. This style is very similar to Jurgen Klopp, which I believe is the reason Arne Slots is taking advantage of it. When not doing this, Liverpool look to keep the ball in the centre of the pitch, then work the ball out to the fullbacks who both have a very good passing range. These two and both wingers look to run down the byline and cut the ball back to the number 10s on the edge of the inside of the box to exploit space left behind. This is very similar to the likes of Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. We can expect this to be very common with Slot, as last season, Feyenoord averaged the most cutbacks in the Eredivisie. Attacking wise, Liverpool under Slot are ruthless, and I believe Liverpool will score a huge number of goals this season. But now let's look at counter-pressing if Liverpool lose the ball. Straight away, we can see that Liverpool can very easily make Ipswich kick the ball long due to the heavy overload Liverpool have on the defence and goalkeeper. This means that in most circumstances, Liverpool can very easily regain possession, which is a positive. But if one mistake were to happen at the back, Liverpool would be very, very vulnerable due to limited defensive cover. This is the reason as to why Arne Slots is going to have to find the perfect balance between defence and attack, something Liverpool had under Jurgen Klopp, and it may take a bit of time to find this. That makes us ask the question, constant overload and a very attacking style of play with limited cover, or ball retention and patient attacks and some very solid cover. If you were Arne Slots in this situation, what would you do? Let us know in the comments below. And that is going to be the end of this tactical analysis video. We really do hope you enjoyed, and let us know what can be improved about it, as this is the very first one. These videos will get longer as the season progresses as more matches are played. But for now, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more content on Football Decifer.